Adrift opens with an unconscious Tammy Oldham waking up to find herself in the cabin of a sailboat flooded with water and close to sinking. She works her way to the deck in search of her fiancé to find the boat in ruins. Tammy, played by Shailene Woodley, and Richard, played by Sam Claflin, were hired to sail a boat from Tahiti to San Diego when in the middle of the Pacific Ocean they encountered a hurricane, leaving them striving for survival. The film then jumps back to 5 months earlier to 1983 Tahiti. We find Tammy arriving in Tahiti.
It's a magical place.
As she has been randomly traveling around the world. It is in Tahiti that she meets Richard and they instantly fall in love. Directed by Baltasar Kormákur, Adrift is based on the true story by Tammy Oldham Ashcroft, who, at the age of 23, had to endure 41 days at sea in the remnants of a sailboat. Kormákur tells the story through jumping back and forth in time, from the building romance between Richard and Tammy to Tammy's fight for survival as she attempts to repair the boat enough to keep it on course to her new destination of Hawaii. She must do this and keep Richard alive, who has broken his leg and ribs after being thrown overboard during the storm.
My ribs are broken, my legs shattered. I'm dead.
Adrift is clearly made as a love story, with the focus being on the relationship of the couple. We have a romantic dinner between the two with long, slow pauses. We have the reckless Tammy jumping from a cliff into a river with Richard jumping after her. And we have a Polaroid camera at the hands of Richard capturing various moments of their loving relationship. For me, I probably would have enjoyed this movie a bit more if it were more of a survival story and less of a smoochy love story. The scenes on the boat are often conversations between the two and little else. Yes, Tammy is using Richard as a motivation factor in survival, but excessive sucking of peanut butter from fingers slows the film down. Yes, there was a lot of peanut butter sucking finger moments. Okay, maybe not a lot of moments, but one really long one that was, I don't know, unnecessary. The acting is excellent, and I really have to commend Shailene Woodley's performance, as she transgressed from the beautiful girl on the beaches of Tahiti to the star of sickly-looking girl at the end of the film. Does Kormákur feel we wouldn't have stayed engaged if the story were told in a linear fashion? Do we really need to jump back and forth in time to keep the audience engaged? When I left the theater, I couldn't decide if I liked this film or not. Was it the pacing of the film, the edit, or was it the ending and the unnecessary justification for it? Films like this are hard to do reviews for. When it is a film I like, I can discuss what I liked about it. If it's a film I didn't like, it's easy to focus on the things I didn't like. With this film, there wasn't much to like or dislike about it, leaving me a bit neutral. So, if you want to go see it, go see it. If you don't want to see it, then don't. You know, whatever floats your boat, as the saying goes.
I love you. Get below!
I'm not leaving you!
Get below now!
Oh my God!
God!